when someone from one side shows you that they've got the best company in the world, they're super smart and they have everything under control, and you can't talk to them, you can't get close to them, then that's a complete gamble. That's where you're going to get the 90% failure potentially, or you go to the moon, but you have no control, you can't help it, and you might as well just throw a dart against the wall with your money. But I think to mitigate that risk in angel investing, you've got to treat it like you're interviewing someone else to be your potential partner for life, like a marriage.
I want to become an entrepreneur. So I started a business of selling on Amazon with $350 in my pocket. And I had a roommate at the time, and he was a PhD student. Both were in Cleveland. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. So I told him about it, and he was like, cool, let's start. And then we started wholesaling. We were purchasing from the distributors, selling on Amazon Marketplace, reselling kind of, just under. But it was cool. In like 7-8 months, we had over $10,000 of money. So we did a very good job. And I talked to that doctor that I was talking about at the beginning, and I was at a point that I was finding my real passion, which was even higher than my passion to medicine. Although I really wasn't, kind of in love with medicine, but that love was something different. So I said, hey, is there any chance that I would be resident and do my startup at the same time? And at that time, it was not even a startup, it was a business, but I was seeing how it could progress to a startup. He was like, there is absolutely zero chance. Don't even think about it. And what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. I just feel like I have something else to grasp, something that makes me stay up even more at the time that I'm a doctor, as the time as I'm a surgeon. And it was like, no, there is no chance. And I made it. I left medicine behind. I left plastic surgery behind. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And don't forget, I'm right now having maybe the value of products around $10,000 in the bank. It's nothing. Literally, it was like a pure, I can't say, I don't want to call it gamble, because it is not gamble. It's some sort of a belief in some sort of a deep, hard belief that is the path that I'm going to take.
What was I thinking? Like, I'm trying to gauge him as a person, but also as a potential business to work with. What's going on through my head? Well, when he tells me the story about his humbleness, his successes, some of his failures along the way, what he gave up, that to me checked off a lot of boxes that are outside of the typical boxes that you would check off to do an investment. Okay, most people would look at the person's background, if they're related to the industry, and what's their progress, who else is invested, and what's the financials of the company, and they'll make decisions upon that. They really take that gamble based upon some very superficial things because they don't have the time. They will take that and they will invest, and hopefully it turns out. If not, they write it off. I couldn't afford that. I had to watch my investment. 4 P's, as I call it: passion, persistence and perseverance, empathy, the ability to be outside and feel for other people, and also positivity. Okay, you've got to have all that combination to be able to have some sort of recipe for success. Why I invested into Revioly, or looked at that, looked at his company, was because of initially that founder's thesis, and that was enough for me to be a part of it. Because again, Reza allowed me to be a part of his company in that journey, and that meant a lot for me, because I think as a team, adding value together, more minds is better than just one or two. And I think there's a lot of value there.
it's a mutual thing. You choose the investor, the right investor, while the investor is choosing you. And as Matt was mentioning at the beginning, like there are two types of investors. One are the passive ones and one are the active ones. And like Matt's personality was a very, very friendly, close type of mindset, active investor to me. So even from the day one, so I know I didn't even pitch him. So what happened was that we just opened I opened the computer and I started talking to him. I was at home, and it was kind of late time because he was not in Canada at the time. So we had like time differences. So it was kind of late night my time. And I didn't even go through the pitch deck. We just talked. We just talked about what the story is, what I've done, what I'm gonna do, what the plans are, who's the team, what the story of the company is. And it just, that chemistry was there. And I was not sure if I even sold anything to him or at all. Like it was like there. So, and that ended up to, I mean, I didn't, how can I say it? I was not even pushing on it, and Matt was not even trying to be demanding on it. It was just there. And so what was happening was our relationship kept continuing, and in a way that we brainstormed together. And Matt has one very, very unique feature, and that is he is not trying to judge at all. He is not trying to put you at a corner and push you to the corner at all. That's not him. He wants to help you somehow by brainstorming, by coming up with new ideas, by sending you articles, like we are friends, like the relationship that Matt and I have. Of course, I have other investors too. I'm friends with them too, but literally my closest relationship is with Matt. And like I know that we can sit and talk for 2 days in a row and have fun the whole time. That extension is a Chrome extension that, if you want to find it, you can find it at Google Web Store, like Chrome Web Store. And then it's going to act right away on your Amazon page. So you are on an Amazon page, on Walmart, Target, Macy's, Home Depot, you will see all of the honest reviews and all of the, bucks of the pricing from all over the internet right on the product page. So that is our special service for the, e-commerce.
And looking at from an investor point of view, he's solving a very large problem that's polluting the e-commerce environment, and taking away some pain points that consumers have, which is I've got to click on different sites to check the product pricing and go back and forth. And then there's so many reviews to go through. Some of them are fake, some of them are real. I don't have time for this, but I will probably click and see which one has the most detail and go with that. I mean, it makes that shopping so tedious that solving the problem and being able to go globally with it and scale makes it attractive to an investor, because with his Google Chrome tool, you're not changing the user habits, right? You're going shopping, you're clicking, and you're looking for prices, and you click there, and you make decisions really quickly. You don't have to pull out your wallet and put in credit cards. You don't have to sign up and register your name and email address. Those are the type of businesses where they can reach a lot of people and without much change, and still be able to have a profit from that. Reminds me of Google. You go to a search engine, you look for things, but you click on these links here and there. Google makes money. You don't even know it, but Google does help you search for what you need, and it's become the dominant tool, and it creates that ecosystem. So you kind of want that big scaling, the ecosystem, first to market, to dominate. And if you look at the competition, great, there's competition, but are they going to be able to provide that much value to dominate? or are they just going to be one tool in the ecosystem? Look at Bing. They were a search engine. They failed because that's all it is, just Bing. But Google has Gmail, Google Maps, Google Chat, you name it. So that's from an investor point of view. When you see that, you hear that, the big vision, you align with it, you just start thinking alongside, and you support the founder. That is a recipe for a good bet.
It's mainly on any platform. So literally the reviews move globally from one platform to another one as long as they are authentic. So if you're on Amazon, you will see authentic reviews from Walmart, from Target for the same exact product. The same way for when you are on Macy's, you will see everything from Amazon and Walmart and Target and Home Depot. If this product is getting sold on different places. And how do we find those authentic reviews? We have a very sophisticated algorithm. I have a team of R&D. We are a startup, but we have an R&D team of 3 PhD people that they are like, probably the best of the market.
I'd like to add one thing to that. Why I think he's going to stay ahead of the curve is because most startups don't have the capability of having a R&D team, research and development team. Most startups just get by and get a product out there and hopefully it goes. Revioly has an R&D team, which is very unique. So they're able to generate new ideas and products and keep ahead of that curve as they develop, so that they're developing things new and integrating with what they have to be that next step ahead while they're in their infancy stage, while being protected by their patents, while being endorsed as an industry by the FTC, saying that these reviews are flooding our industry and the retailers have to take responsibility. If we get a complaint from a consumer that they get screwed over by a fake review or something, the retailer gets charged $44,000. These are the things I see from the outside that add to my conviction about the company succeeding or where it's going to go. Reza's got the pulse of the company, where it's going, but all these things combining from the outside looking in, from the inside looking out, forms that all kind of that answer that people are looking for.